All right, welcome back. Your time right now is 8:50. Well, have you ever considered completely redoing your home or outfitting your space using all of this season's trends? Well, today we have just the person here to give you all the latest design trends for the year and next. This is Marshall Watson, an interior designer who also has some notable clientele, including someone from the Real Housewives of New York, right?
Yes. if anybody
deal.
knows Dorinda Medley from the Real Housewives of New York, she's quite a piece of work.
If anyone just looks her name up on YouTube, you can see that she's quite a piece of work. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So first off, just talk to me a little bit about what you're doing tonight.
So I'm so excited to be here because I'm going to be the Master of Ceremonies for the Sophie Awards tonight. And the Sophie Awards are recognizing the incredible talent that's here in St. Louis in both architecture, interior design, and also landscape design. So I'm quite honored to be recognizing the peers and the wonderful talent that's here.
Do you know how long the Sophie Awards have been around?
This is their second year, and they were
Awesome.
so successful last year. We're almost sold out. Actually, I believe we are sold out, but there's a couple of tickets left. But it's been very popular for the design community.
Talk about the talent we have here in St. Louis.
Well, I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about first about your architecture here,
Yeah.
because I've traveled. I have worked all over the country in suburbs everywhere in the country. And St. Louis has this unique, rich architectural heritage, from Webster Grove to Soulard. Soulard's deep in my heart. I love it. From the Hill to Ladue.
Yeah.
You have this great architecture, the heritage, and so. But also, there is this emerging talent in St. Louis that is being recognized nationally right now. And the Sophie Awards the Sophie Awards have invited designers and architects from all over the country to judge. This isn't just from St. Louis. So you're getting an international perspective, and almost several of the judges that I've talked to have been so impressed with the quality of the design work and the architecture and the landscape design here in St. Louis.
The architecture is amazing. Not to make it personal, but I'm from Texas, and Houston's just a big city. When I moved to St. Louis and my parents visited, my mom was like, every building's so pretty. You're not used to that in a lot of cities. As you said, it's really unique. I think a lot of us in St. Louis are just kind of gotten used to it, and we're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah,
but
we can't get used to it. It's amazing. The Central West End is like nowhere in the country. And all of the suburbs that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Because you've had this heritage, and I think sometimes people might take it for granted, but it's pretty exceptional.
No, that's awesome. Talk about what you brought with you today.
Oh, so I brought with me, I've been working for 7 years on my book called Defining Elegance, which I've been working on, and it really is instructional for people, for designers and architects, but also people who just love beautiful coffee table books.
Speaking of beautiful coffee table books, where does your inspiration come from?
My inspiration comes from, I love research. I was a theater designer as well as an actor many years ago.
Oh.
And I find inspiration everywhere that I go. I travel a lot. I've traveled in Europe quite a bit. And I'm very lucky to live in New York, so almost everywhere on every street there's some great museum or there's some great exhibit that inspires me and feeds me.
Is there anything you see in terms of trends changing in the next few years if people want to get, ahead of the curve?
Well, there are really terrific trends out there. Something that developed since the pandemic is this incredible plethora of wallpapers.
Yeah.
I know it sounds funny, but it's come back into style. There's also a trend of a certain prettiness in interior design now. It's not so severe. It's not really the beige world, the bland leading the bland.
Yeah.
It's more lighthearted, and actually bringing antiques back into the fold, and more eccentric and interesting objects.
And, we have to ask this question to wrap it up. What is it like working with, celebrities? And is she as she is on The Real Housewives, I guess, is the number one question.
She is, but she doesn't drink that much. She's also incisively intelligent, knows exactly what she's doing, and as you know on the show, she's one of the smartest of all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of Bluestone Manor because I decorated it, and it was a passion for all of us. It's a little bit scary, but but that was her, her idea was to have Frankenstein meets Marilyn Monroe. That's her personality.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I love that so much. Thank you so much. It was so great to meet you. We appreciate you
Mercedes,
coming
so
on the
nice
show.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.